Hello everybody, I'm K-Man, and I'm going to be playing some Spy today. I am using what I call the roaming loadout, which is the Ambassador, the Knife, the Deadringer, and the normal Sapper. So here I'm using my high five taunt to just see who's coming. I see this Pyro coming by, but he gets taken out before I have a chance at him. Now it's kind of hard for a Spy to start off a round because you can't get behind the enemy line, so I'm just relying on my pistol. You see if I can land some headshots to keep them back. I don't know how that didn't register as a backstab, but I get the headshot instead. That worked. So here I get in a compromising position. I'm on fire and my Deadringer's activated. So the only thing I can do now is run towards my team. And hopefully they get taken out. And they do. So sometimes I find myself very good with the headshots and the Ambassador aim, but out of nowhere sometimes I just have terrible aim, such as right here.
The payload is nearing a checkpoint.
So now I'm just trying to patrol this area, trying to stop anybody that tries to attack the sentry gun. Trying to hold down this base is very vital to holding this point. So this Devilman's trying to take out the sentry gun, so I gotta make sure I take him out. Now that our sentry gun's down, I just gotta make sure to distract these people so we can start resetting up our base. Just trying to grab everybody's attention. I'm not trying to be sneaky here. I thought this sniper was AFK, but I quickly find out that he's not. And again, I can't land these shots for anything at this point. So now that they're pushing pretty far forward, now I want to get behind them and trying to get some kills. Now my aim is starting to come back a little bit here. I didn't know it at the time, but we actually have a new sentry gun in that little area next to the cart. I don't know how this wasn't a backstab. Sometimes this game just really sucks at its registration. Now I see that we have a base set up there. So now my goal is to protect that. Stop anybody that threatens it. I put on my Deadringer there because I felt that someone was chasing me, and I didn't have time to put it back down to stab the demo man again. But it turns out I didn't. It's good to have a nice base to rely on for when you're in trouble. Hang back, get your cloak and health back up, and continue to fight again. So here's another example of how I'm in a compromising position and I just fall back to the base. That's really the only thing you can do when you're in that kind of situation. That's one of the disadvantages of the Deadringer. And now, I was going to go and follow that Pyro, but I just try to time this stab right here pretty well to his movement.
5 minutes left in the mission.
Again, the backstab registration didn't seem to work in my favor there. But a body shot with the Ambassador does a lot of damage, at least enough to kill him at this point. I'm focusing less on getting behind them and getting stabbed, and more just trying to distract them from my other teammates to get involved and try to kill them off. When I find an opportunity, I try to get behind if I can. Now here I misjudge his movements and I don't get the jump stab. And I'm forced to fall back to the base again for health. So I see this Spy decloak here and I had to go for it, but by the time I realized when I stabbed him, the pipes were taking out the base and I get taken out. So this is a different gameplay. They push pretty far forward at this point and we're defending last. Now my goal is to get behind them. A quick headshot on the heavy, but it does really pretty much no damage to him. And here I'm just trying to get as many people as I can before I bow out. Now I'm trying to take note of people's health. I know that Dome Man is really low health. I can take him out in one body shot. I'm trying to look for that sniper, but he's on my right side. Gets a good chunk of my health before I feign. I see all these weapons on the floor, and it's good to replenish your Deadringer. That is definitely a spy, but I can't go for him as the pyro comes at me. Now right here, I was begging this pyro to put me out, because I was about to die. If you're playing pyro, please put out your teammates. You get points for it. Now, again, I'm just trying to get behind them. This is not a position to just try to fight them in the front lines. This is where you need to get behind them. Now I'm trying to take out their teleporters and their base, essentially. Teleporters are essential at this point. I don't know how that wasn't a backstab, but it's okay, I get it anyway. The teleporter to me is the most important part. The sentry gun and dispenser aren't that as important as the teleporters. That's the key to success in winning at this last point. I don't get the backstab on time to stop his Uber. Seems like a fail stab to me. Again, when you get lit on fire and you have to feign, your best bet is to run towards your teammates. One thing I noticed I'm pretty good at are surprise headshots when it comes to turning corners. I just try to keep my crosshair aimed at head level at all times, and if you can surprise someone with a headshot, you can take them out pretty easily at that point, or at least scare them. Here I'm just trying to find a headshot at somebody. This is where my disadvantage is, trying to get my crosshair on their head while I'm stationary, while they're moving. I have to be moving too, or else I can't really hit their heads. This jump right here is pretty good. You must know this jump if you plan on playing Spy on Badwater. Again, just try taking out their teleporters. I don't really care about anything else besides their teleporters at this point. I'll be happy if I take out a teleporter and I die. If I die taking out a teleporter, I'll be happy. And I thin out the numbers as best as I can. I felt a little too overconfident about landing this headshot in this demo, so I decided to put my Deadringer down, but that's the moment where he hits me, direct hit. So I decided to feign. 15 health left. I like this path right here because you got two sources of ammo and health. One down there and one on the top. So you should be able to replenish your Deadringer and your health pretty easily through that little path. I skipped the medic because I know if I'd rather hit the heavy, the one that's doing actual damage. So if I stabbed the medic, the heavy would have turned around and killed me for sure. So I noticed that the engineers' buildings are going back up, and my goal is to take them out. I'm going to keep this up until we win. So in this game, you really have to cater to your opponent's abilities. This engineer wasn't really good at dealing with spies, and I take advantage of that. Might be a little mean, but if you were in that situation, would you? So here I get hit with the Fan of War, and the skull of the Mark for Death is still hanging over my head so everyone can see me. Now I'm just trying to maneuver around and try to avoid their damage. And I know that I destroyed the sentry, so I was able to refill my cloak meter. And I still have the feeling that they're chasing me, so I'm just trying to get out alive at this point. And I know that sniper is looking for me, so I'm trying to take as many paths around as possible and try to avoid his damage. At least enough to get another feign. Now I'm just going back around again. Teleporter is my main objective, not the medic. But I do see an opportunity for a stair stab and I take it. So now this is exactly what I want. I want two people to be chasing me vigorously, desperately, so that I can lure them right into the sentry gun and right into my teammates. To me, is just as good as killing them. Just trying to find the way to the back lines and trying to stop that engineer from building his teleporters. I try to avoid spawn because I never really find success at spawn. I just try to surprise people on the actual battlefield. And here, I misjudged the Pyro's positioning. He takes me out. So this is later on in the same round. We're making good success in stopping these guys. So this is what I mean about when you're turning corners to keep your gun at head level. If you turn around and you can surprise someone with a headshot, you can be able to take him out. Or at least make him fall back. That medic was in my way, I couldn't really judge his movements. Here I'm still trying to get some headshots on these people. I find it really hard to do this. Standing still at least. Wondering if anyone will chase me. Now again, my goal is that teleporter. So this is something you don't want to do as an engineer, not to nest yourself up like this. I would be able to stab him if it wasn't for that pyro that kind of came up and scared me. I lined up for a corner stab, but I fail it. I decided just to take the feign, just to see if I can better my chances at getting away. So now I know that this engineer has himself in a corner. And that's pretty much exactly what I want. It makes my job easier. So now I can just sap everything. And now he's going to panic. He has no idea what to do. He's going to try to shoot me, but now he's got to try to save his buildings. He has very quick time to react. And I get all of his buildings down. And now he thinks I'm dead. So again, I come back, I stab him again, take out the teleporter. Feign when necessary. So now that I know that the teleporter's down, I'm just trying to thin out the numbers. Once your objective is complete, the really second objective is to just take out players, kill people. And he's trying to rebuild right away. I'm not going to allow that. Now this demo notices me. He gets a good hit on me with his melee. My cloak meter isn't full. I'm trying to make my escape, but he gets me with a pipe bomb. And here's just a little clip at the end. Shows that we won. And I get 77 points, which I think is pretty ridiculous, if you ask me. So this was Spyplay, number 1, Roaming Spy, on Badwater. Let me know what you think. Comment, rate, and subscribe. I do plan on doing every class eventually, but Spy is my main. And I do plan on doing virtually every loadout, at least every main loadout. So yeah, let me know what you think. Thanks again. Bye-bye.